Oh, single ladies. Oh,
Should I turn my mic down just because I'm a loud person?
welcome back to another episode of the Bleacher Boys Media Podcast. You didn't have to start over.
And cut.
Welcome. Can you? What is you doing? Welcome back to another episode of the Bleacher Boys Media Podcast. This is Ken and Isaac sitting outside in our Bleacher Boys Media studio. We're about to talk some Yanks, the White Sox series recap episode. It was a rough one. Not gonna lie. We don't lie around here. This was a tough episode. This is gonna be a tough episode, tough series. We'll get all into it, the nooks and crannies of the series, what this means for the Yankees, future, long term, short term. We'll see. A lot of injury talk as well, as per usual. But yeah, how we doing?
Oh, we're doing good.
And
Just it's like in these times, I got nothing going on. Not starting my job yet. Nothing going on. So it's like I look forward to these Yankee games every day. And when there's no Yankee games or when there's low energy, it's like super boring. And I think I lost $25 betting on those last two Yankee games. Each time betting on Rizzo in some part of the parlay. Rizzo, we're gonna get to that, but goddamn, this was a boring and awful series. So I think this episode, obviously, we'll recap it for you guys, and you guys don't live under a rock. You watched it, but we're more gonna talk about the state of the Yankees and like upcoming. Like, is this a playoff team? That could be a big question. Like who's coming back? How are we dealing with this? Who's filling in the gaps? Shit like that. So yeah, pretty depressing.
any stripers on the boat?
Any stripers on the boat? I mean, you were there. You tell me. We did actually. If you do go to ISAACSG135 on Instagram, you will find a massive picture of a striped bass, the biggest one you probably ever seen in your life before, biggest one I've ever seen before. Bleach Boys Media Fishing Media Company. It's a thing. We could be coming out with I don't. Is it Barstool Outdoors? So we can't copy them exactly, but what about Bleacher Boys Wilderness?
Bleacher Boys Wilderness. Look out.
Yeah, could come up. Maybe we'll do like a fishing trip or stuff. If you guys are into that. Probably not. Seeing as
I
this
feel like
is.
fishing and baseball go hand in hand.
Do they?
Kind of.
Explain how.
All right. So my thought process was that people sitting down to watch some baseball.
Right.
Also, grew up fishing when they were younger.
That's already you lost me. That's a massive stretch.
Okay,
So
fine.
people who live in the Bronx, there's a lot of fishing around there.
It doesn't have to be the Bronx. Like they could be, Tampa Bay Rays fans going
That's
fishing
true.
for a little Florida action like that.
That's true.
That's kind of crazy.
That's true.
I
That's
think
true.
a lot of. Let me know. I think baseball and fishing go hand in hand. That might be biased because I'm like that, but who knows?
Usually it's
And
like
you're like that.
usually it's like a hot dogs and Chevrolet and apple pie and baseball. That's kind of usually the mix.
Apple pie in baseball.
You've never heard that before?
No.
It's definitely it's
That's
like
not a thing
there's
either.
literally an expression that says that's as American as apple pie and baseball. That's
Yeah,
literally
yeah. That's not. There's no link between the two. That's just two things that are very American.
Do you think there's a ballpark in the MLB
That sells apple pie.
that sells apple pie?
No, I
Hmm.
don't think so. The apple
Well-
pie is too. It's too difficult to eat.
But in the form of I don't know, did you see the Pittsburgh Pirates? There was like a food
There was like a food,
review
really?
thing.
Huh.
No, where it was like they were trying new ballpark food, and at Pittsburgh they had this thing called like cherry pie funnel fries, and it was like fried dough
See,
fries
s-
with cherry pie filling and like whipped cream and custard on
Oh,
top.
actually sounds good.
That sounds freaking amazing.
But-
So that's like one step away. They could do that with apple pie, and I'd call that apple
That's
pie.
like 3.5 steps. So that makes sense because fries. That's finger food. You can eat it at
That's
your
what I'm saying.
seat.
So it's
Apple pie. You need a fork at least. You need a plate.
if I told you cherry pie, you would have probably said the same thing. But
Yeah, but cherry pie fries. It's finger food.
anyway,
But one more thing about apple pie at McDonald's when you order apple pie, I don't know if
right,
you've
the little pocket
little
thing.
pocket things like the hot
But-
pocket looking things. Like you may be able to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if they deep fry it 5 times, it'll be considered ballpark food.
Would you guys want Yankee Stadium to have apple pie? Let us know.
Yeah,
We have
Big-
some power.
maybe
there.
like a warm apple pie like in playoff baseball. Could warm me
That'd be
like
nice.
nice holding it in your hand as like a
There's not.
hand warmer.
Yeah, there's not really warm food, ballpark food.
That's a hot take. Hot, no pun intended. But that is actually a hot take.
Like sweets, warm sweets.
100%. Do they have apple cobbler or something somewhere?
Maybe
Okay.
somewhere north, like Toronto.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Washington,
can't believe you just said they
Seattle.
have no hot food at ballparks.
You know what I mean? We're talking sweets,
Okay, fine.
pies. What other hot chocolate? No, beers,
Hot beer.
chicken,
I
hot
know
beer.
one of our, I wouldn't say
Okay,
friends, acquaintances.
okay.
Sorry, yeah, never mind, never
Another
mind.
no. I was gonna ask, is there any like, because in I'm Japanese, you guys know that.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. So we have in Japan we have hot sake, which is hot alcohol. I don't know if there's any hot alcohol here in the states.
No, I think it's just sake. Do you prefer it hot? Do you think?
Um, do I? No, well, I don't really enjoy sake yet.
Really?
I think I need to put like 20 years on my life before I start enjoying sake.
Okay.
But I can see why like hot sake could be enjoyable in certain situations. Is there any like hot, I don't know, mixed drinks or anything?
There's a hot toddy, which is tea mixed with
Hot
whiskey.
toddy.
It's like my mom has them occasionally in the winter when it's really cold out and she's like, you feel sick, you just brew like
Huh.
a really strong black tea and you mix it with bourbon or whiskey.
Okay. Well, I just thought of something.
hmm
You know how there's Angry Orchards, right? That's basically apple cider, spiked apple cider. Imagine that.
Hot apple cider. That's a thing, Ken.
Oh, it is. You didn't
Yes.
mention it as a hot
Yeah.
alcoholic beverage.
Anyway, AL East picture.
Anyway, the White Sox came into town. There was a little forest fire in Canada, 9 locations I heard. On that, what was it, Tuesday or Wednesday?
Little is not the word I'd use for
Pretty
the
big
entire
actually.
east seaboard.
We were coming back. I was coming back, driving back from Tom's River after our little fishing trip.
Started to smell stuff.
Started to smell stuff. Started to get a little hazy, a little smoggy, fog, whatever you want to call it, a little orange action, sepia toned. It was like a cool filter, but wasn't cool at all because the Yankee game was getting canceled on Tuesday or whatever, Wednesday. I heard that if you were outside in New York City for 3 hours on Wednesday, that was the equivalent of smoking 6 cigarettes.
Wow. And we know cigarettes take what is it like each one takes like what is it like 10 minutes off your life?
Okay, so do the math, finance, Mr.
No,
Finance.
no, I don't know. I would need a calculator for that kind of thing.
But
But
yeah, it
yes,
was bad.
terrible.
It was bad.
Terrible. You saw those kind of crazy. There was like a image of Blade Runner compared to like
Yeah,
Yankee Stadium, New York City, and that was really cool. I mean, not really cool, but like
cool.
kind of cool. Like
Yeah.
just seeing the dystopian nature of the thing. We're
Well,
getting a
yeah.
little philosophical here, but yeah, no, it is kind of fucked. I really hope that they put out the fires because I like going outside, and I stayed inside most of the time. I went outside for 10 minutes to practice my wedge swing, and I was actually my lungs felt tight after, and this is like the height of it. So like it was actually like noticeably like sometimes people say, oh, your parents like, oh, watch out for the weather conditions. You're like, yeah, okay, I'm fine, I'm young, like I'll be okay. It was noticeable, like genuinely slighter harder to breathe, and we're both asthma guys, so maybe that's a little bias there, but
Yeah,
yeah,
and
hard to
we've
breathe
never like smoked in our lives or anything. So,
ever. So
so yeah, it
yeah,
was kind of a shock to my system, but
right,
I got through it. It sucks because you watch game one, Yankees lose. I guess we'll get into it right now.
yeah.
But smog out on the next day, and then we had to wait, and then doubleheader, we lose another game. So not great vibes, but I'll get started with game one here. It was a 3-2 victory for the Chicago White Sox, the 27-35 Chicago White Sox, mind you. First game, Judge was out. His right big toe seems to not be okay. Any thoughts on his injury, his recovery time?
Well, I mean, honestly, like you can't say the Aaron Judge is injury prone thing. You just can't say it because if you look at his two injuries this year, they're both hustle plays. They're
Fuck you,
both
Dodgers.
yeah. They're I mean, for the first one where he hurt his hip, it's like you didn't really need to slide there. It wasn't that important of a game against the Twins, but that catch is a game changing catch. Momentum
Game
momentum
winning,
changing
yeah.
catch. Like that determines the game. So like you can't fault a guy for putting his body on the line for the betterment of the team. Like you know what I compare it to? The last captain, Derek Jeter diving into the stands, right? Like just total reckless abandon. You put the team first. Like how can you not love that? And like there better not be a single person talking about injury prone Aaron Judge because that is not injury prone. That is throwing your body around for the team. Okay. And second off, how in the fuck is this $30 billion industry more like $40 billion industry of the MLB not have padding on the bottom of a fence where you have Well, you have Mookie Betts playing, and then Aaron Judge, like, and so many important right fielders. Like you have Harper who comes there. You have all these guys, and Soto sometimes play right. Like, how do you not protect the players? And like that's just a fundamental thing where like the MLB should be on top of that. Don't leave it up to the Dodgers to do their own stadium. Like MLB should have regulations about what stadiums should have, and a foam piece of padding should be there. Like that's period.
Yeah, and this is also, I learned this after the Judge injury. This is also the second time this has happened in MLB. Jazz Chisholm, playing center field for the Marlins, actually fucking banged up his toe in Miami because of a unpadded wall. Um, and what, like, you pad it up, players will have more confidence playing. There'll be, more diving plays, diving
I
catches.
mean, I don't know. That's a stretch, but I mean, I
But
know what you're
still,
I know
like,
what you're trying to say.
players are like scared of injury, going near walls and running full speed into fences. Like,
Yeah,
you take that away, I mean, I don't know. Who knows?
yeah,
Better quality of game.
yeah, and yeah. I mean, that's basically it. It's just it's just so unfortunate, and if you look back, maybe at the end of the year, depends on where we're at. If some guys step up on the Yankees, but it's like this could be a determining moment of if we have October baseball. That's basically it. Like, will we have October baseball could depend on Aaron Judge running into Dodger Stadium wall. Like,
Yeah.
and that shouldn't be the case, you know.
Yeah. And
So
like, yeah, MLB always talks about, oh, baseball's always a business, whatever. Aaron Judge is the face of your business. Like, you're losing Aaron Judge, you're losing a lot of money. Like, MLB's got to really rethink this. Um, I know the Dodgers said afterwards that they're going to fix their stadium up, but like, what if Judge had gotten a season-ending toe injury? Like, then what? Like,
in it, I mean, we're not incredibly far away from that. We don't know that much about this injury. Yankees are saying it's. I mean, 10-day IL is obviously BS. But the Yankees are saying like around a month, a little more, a little less. But for all we know, there's setbacks, and they find that there is a tiny fracture or the ligament's not healing well, and then you're looking at 2 months, and then it's like and then it's a real thing. And the other thing I wanted to say is that you know like for the Mets series, where everyone's so excited, like, oh, Yankees versus Mets, you got these two big stars, Alonso, Judge. Like, we're looking at a home run race the entire summer, Alonso versus Judge, who's gonna win? And you kind of got none of that. Alonso gets hit in the hand, another kind of freak injury, and but Aaron Judge, even more of a freak injury. So now people who bought tickets to that game 2 weeks ago, expecting to see Alonso, Judge, team's full strength, it's like disappointing and bad for the game. You got, no offense to guys like Jake Bowers and McKinney, but people pay the money to see Aaron Judge. So hard-earned money, and people want to see the stars of the game. So you're once again, MLB, ruining your own game. Fix it.
fix it. Yep. So yeah, first lineup without Judge. Yankees can't do much against Lucas Giolito. Clark Schmidt got the start for the Yanks. As I said, 3-2. Yankees didn't score their second run or even their first run until late in the game, when Kiner Falefa doubled, and then Donaldson homered later in the game. But it was pretty much nothing on offense. The Yankees muscled out 3 hits. Schmidt was fine. Got a quality start. He went 6 innings, 3 earned runs. Only got a strikeout, but it's what you asked for out of a Schmidt.
Out of a Schmidt.
Out of a Schmidt, Randy, maybe Herman, but Herman's getting better.
No. Herman's a star.
And yeah, the bullpen, I guess, does its job, if that's what you want to call it. But yeah, pretty much a lame old dud.
And credit where credit is due. Giolito was great. Like Giolito, who historically is not pitched well against the Yankees, was kind of dominating them. Admittedly, in a lineup where you have, stone cold Rizzo, and you have Stanton basically rehabbing, and you have Anthony Volpe, who can't put the ball in play or can't hit it out of the infield. And then you have Oswaldo Cabrera, who rolls over to second. Like, to be fair, this isn't that threatening of a lineup right now. But credit where credit is due. Giolito was throwing his changeup well. Mid-90s fastball, locating it at the top of the zone. So yeah. Was this the game where Willie Calhoun led off? No.
That started in doubleheader.
Right. So this was So what was this? This was Torres, Stanton, Rizzo,
who all combined to go 0 for 11.
0 for 15, I thought. Oh, this is the first game. Right. Okay. Yikes.
Yeah.
I forgot there was 2 of those games.
And then guess who beat us? Sebi Zavala.
Yeah. I
Two
mean,
homer game.
I mean, you look at I don't even know his name, Sebi Zavala. Like the New York Yankees, they scored 3 runs. We got beat by a backup catcher.
2 runs, 3 hits.
So we really should be putting more than 2 on the board, and we really only put 1 because Donaldson's little, I don't know, fake home run doesn't really do it for me. I don't know. Liam Hendricks,
Turned on a
great guy.
95.
Yeah, but like he's just guessing. I was watching, this is a little jump ahead to game 3, but I was watching his final at bat, and it's like against Crochet. He is the biggest guess hitter of all time I've ever seen.
More than A-Rod?
I don't remember A-Rod at bats like that, but he was just like slider. He's so obviously looking for the fastball. He's just like almost falling over. His momentum's almost falling over.
Let me say one thing though. Last year, Donaldson was guessing right and still missing. He wasn't hitting 95 in or half even when he guessed right last year. So I don't know, a little encouraging for me.
I don't know. I think I need to I need to see him like hit 400 for a week and hit 3 or 4 out before I start. And actually, no, it's even more. I need to see him hit consistently for like a month because I mean, if you remember,
Before you get encouraged, I'm just encouraged.
no, before
Like,
I
this
had
is first
some
step.
faith in Donaldson, because I mean, he did 6 months of nothing garbage last year. So like, I don't know. I'm not. My faith in him is not restored that easily. It's still old man Donaldson.
Yeah, I wouldn't say my
To be
faith is
fair, while we're on the Donaldson topic, his plays at third base were
incredible.
and that one jump throw. I've always been a big advocate for DJ LeMahieu, where I'm like, oh, DJ's just as good as Donaldson. It's the arm. Like there's like DJ LeMahieu. Instead of that jump throw it high in the air, perfect strike to Rizzo, he does like a plant the back foot, sling it across. Like he doesn't have that. So
Yeah.
credit to Donaldson. Also, a really goofy play.
Took his hat.
Took his hat off. Yeah, that was pretty
hilarious.
silly. But hey, still gets the job done, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, Donaldson has a third baseman's arm. DJ has a second baseman's arm. You could tell it, especially.
It makes sense. DJ's a second baseman.
No, I know. It's not a knock on DJ. DJ has a nice glove. He plays a nice third base. But yeah, it's pretty apparent how much better Donaldson is over there. Gold Glove finalist, by the way. Let's move on to game 2. After the smoke out. The Yankees hosted the White Sox in game 1 with Sevy on the bump. And again, Sevy's fastball was a problem. He only got 1 swing and miss on the fastball. You could see it. It did not pass the eye test. He just did not have a fastball. It looked like a BP fastball. Kind of settled in. He kind of battled in there. Did what he could with what he had. But still gave up 3 home runs. Kind of put the Yankees in a hole early. Yankees tried to fight back in the 9th. They did have a shot. First and second, nobody out. But did not go their way. Anthony Rizzo, I know you want to talk about him, but grounded into double play down the game. They fought, but Sevy kind of put the Yankees in a too big of a hole to muster out of.
Yeah. Sevy kind of gets shelled by a pretty excuse my French, shitty lineup. I mean, you got guys in there who have hit. There's guys like Luis Robert, who also it's not Robert, it's Luis Robert. He's Dominican or Cuban. So that's mispronouncing. Everyone's mispronouncing it. But I've been a big Luis Robert advocate for a long time. He's a great player. But he's just like, these aren't competitive. These aren't like highly competitive hitters. Like I don't know. Like, Sevy, second inning, lets up. I think he has a pretty shaky first inning too, and then lets up 2 in the second. You're like, okay, 2, fine. Yankees go out, they tie the game. Then we're like, okay, Sevy, now's the time. Like, turn it on. Like, let's see an electric fastball. Like old Sevy, lets up another 2. Okay, Yanks go 4th inning. They score another couple runs. Like, they get him back in the game. So it just felt like every time Yankees, hit for Sevy just lets it back up. And a lot of these 94 fastballs, like, he's just throwing down the middle, and you can get away with that when you're throwing 98 to 100, but you really can't. You really can't. So I don't know if it's a mechanic thing. I pray to God his arm's not hurt. The one thought that I had was maybe he's babying it because he's so sick of injuries and so fearful of injuries that he's like not really like letting it go. which is definitely something that um, happens in the MLB. Like a guy will favor his arm. He's sick of arm problems. So yeah, I'm very concerned about Sevy. I know last time you said like, oh, I'm not too concerned. You said against the Dodgers, like he had one bad game, he had two great games. Um, but I don't know. The one promising thing I heard was on the broadcast there. Paul O'Neill was talking about how this is kind of his spring training, and that every like third or fourth start, pitchers are going to see a little bit of a decline in velo and stuff, just because that's just what happens. Um, so yeah, I mean it's very concerning because with guys like Cortez going down, still don't really know the timetable for Rodon, maybe late June. Um, so yeah, it's concerning. It's really concerning because we need Sevy to be the guy, or we need Sevy to be like kind of the guy. You know, we have the two top dogs in this rotation. We don't need Sevy to be ace. We just need him to be good, decent.
Two dogs, as in Cole
I
and.
mean, Cole, Rodon, and or Nestor. I mean, those are the dogs. So,
Okay, well,
I don't know.
it would be nice if Sevy was one of the dogs. What happened?
Get your feet off the upholstery, bro.
Um, Basically, what happened with Sevy is that his fastball is now 94, 95 compared to 98 to 100 in his first two starts. And he said in the post game, all his other pitches work off of his fastball. So if his fastball is not there, hitters know that they're not going to get blown away with anything. So they're sitting in that same range of speed, and it's easier to adjust. Pretty simple stuff. I still think, well, now it's a worry. Now it's a concern. But I think I still have faith that he'll turn it around, make his adjustments, and be fine at the end of the day. Like there in his career, when he's been healthy, he's been a really, really good pitcher. So hopefully he's not hurt, because that would suck even more, especially with Nestor out. And we're gonna need him to fight through whatever he's going through because wow, Randy Vasquez might be in the rotation for quite some time now.
Yeah, and that's another can of worms we'll open up. But this is let's talk about the offense a little bit. Willie Calhoun leadoff, kind of like it. Like I'm kind of a sick MFer here, but I kind of like Willie Calhoun there. Like and this is a thing that I've noticed about me playing baseball is that whenever I'm like slid up in the lineup, like it feels more important and you're more locked in and you have those like at bats and like Willie, what was it? Was it the 2 home run game?
He had one. He had one.
One. He had one home run and he had
three
another.
RBIs though.
Yeah, he had one like laced to the gap too.
Double.
Like, dude, Willie Calhoun, man, he looked all over it. So good for him. But yeah, the lineup. Other than that, I mean, Rake Bowers, he keeps going. Kyle Higashioka, he
double.
strokes a couple, the home run stroker, as John Sterling would say. So that's good. But this was really the story was the Michael King. Michael King's been absolutely nails for us, and unfortunately, he has a bad outing. I mean, actually not really that bad of an outing, other than that one home run he gave up to what's his name? Eloy Jimenez. Other than that one home run, he kind of locked it in. Like he kind of just got jumped, first pitch sinker to Eloy, and it's like ugh. And again, I think I said it last week, but King was sometimes now going to like a four-seam fastball instead of the sinker, and that one kind of just didn't move and stood, just kind of just laid right there in the middle for him. So that is a potential power threat when you leave one down the middle. But I mean, yeah, this felt like a game that the Yankees really should have had. Like we said, this is a bad Chicago White Sox team, and when you score 5 runs, especially like repeatedly, like you're not just scoring one inning, you have multiple rallies. You can't really let them come back on your bullpen. That's number 1 in every category in the MLB. So yeah, I mean they bailed Sevy out, and then we got let down. So very unfortunate in this game.
DJ, Stanton, Rizzo, Torres combined for what, Isaac? You said it earlier.
0 for 15, I think, and the rest of the lineup was 9 for 20 or something like that.
Yeah.
So horrible. Yeah, I mean. Stanton, I kind of give the pass to. Rizzo and Glaber. I don't know, guys. Kind of got to get. This was the McKinney game too. McKinney gets called up, and he kind of looks like my buddy on Club Baseball, Sean Tudor. It's almost an exact replica. You don't know who that is, but maybe I'll show a picture later. Yeah. But yeah, he gets up there and kind of an outside fastball just finds a barrel and drives one like. I love his like low to the ground stance, and yeah, really, I'm actually pretty excited about him. Like he looks good.
Yeah, triple in his first as his first MLB hit.
He has some
Not his
speed.
first
Like
MLB hit.
that's a double for I think everyone on this
He was
lineup
hustling.
except for maybe Volpe, maybe Cabrera. That's a double for every other person.
Yeah.
So
All right. Game 2 of the doubleheader. The Yankees needed to win this game in order to avoid the sweep. Yankees sent out Randy Vasquez. Not the guy you want going up, but he did his job, man. 5.20 earnings. Kept this dangerous White Sox lineup to 0 runs. They only had 2 hits, and the Yankees offense did just enough. Gleyber Torres 2-run homer. He finally got that swing back. He was slumping for a little. I hadn't seen a Gleyber Torres pimp job, kind of like he just stood there, watched it, pimped it a little bit, gave the hands. Nice to see him do that. We need him to turn it around. And McKinney also homered, and that was kind of the offense.
which I bet on.
You bet McKinney homer,
I bet McKinney homer, Anthony Rizzo hit.
and Anthony Rizzo did not pick up a hit.
Nope.
Are you gonna keep doing that until it hits?
I think I have to. Like he's got to break out of it eventually, right? Like what? I couldn't believe that. I'm like,
You might be down
it was
50
like
bucks
it was
before.
Randy Vasquez like 4 Ks. Actually, so that didn't hit either. It was Randy Vasquez 4 strikeouts, McKinney homer, Anthony Rizzo hit. Out of all of those, I would really think the Rizzo hit would be a lock after going 0 for 4, grounding into a game-ending double play. But
Vasquez had 3 Ks. Damn.
yeah, I know. I'm yeah.
Um.
Disappointing.
Yeah. I mean, it got the win. Not a pretty one. 3-0. The pitching did its job. The bullpen came in and did a fantastic job. Marinaccio 2.10 earned 4 Ks. Holmes get the save. He walked the first guy as usual. A little butthole clench, but he got the job done. And yeah, I mean, 1 out of 3 in the Bronx against the White Sox. There you have it. That's the series.
Pretty disappointing stuff. So, I mean, not much we can say more than that. I mean, Yanks do salvage a win, but I mean, the White Sox really just seemed they wanted to get out of there. They did not look interested in playing baseball. Yankees quadruple A team also didn't look very interested in playing baseball. So it's just like a bleh game, just a real bleh of a game. And obviously, Randy looks good. He deserves to keep getting shots. I mean, if he's gonna pitch like that, that's great. He has like 18 pitches, and he can throw strikes. I kind of like him more than Brito. Is that crazy to say? I don't know. Hot take. Debate time. But
He's been better in his limited sample size.
do you think Brito gets a start in the next couple weeks?
Does Brito get a start in the next couple of weeks? Probably not.
Really?
I don't know. They're like kind of literally in the same bucket for me. I don't really have a preference.
Well, the thing was Brito threw strikes.
Well, Randy has better stuff, I think.
Yeah, Randy has more movement on his pitches. Brito's more like power guy. He's more like pumping 98 and with a good slider. But actually not really. Brito's slider ain't that good actually.
Brito, my view on Brito is a little skewed from that one start where he couldn't get outs. But other than that, I think Brito was also doing fine.
Yeah.
Let's see his game log.
But anyway, probably just gonna prospect the Sox series, Red Sox series. They come into town tonight actually. So that's pretty big. Oh, you got something on Brito?
Well, no, I thought. Oh, should we do points?
Oh, yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that.
All right. Well, let's get started with golden egg, rotten egg. You went first last time, so I'm going to start with my golden egg, and I'm going to give it to Willie Calhoun.
Okay.
Thrown into that leadoff spot. Little Willie did his job. Did more than he was asked to do at the top of the order. Hit a home run. Got 3 hits, 3 RBIs. He looks good at the plate, man. I don't know.
He can hit.
Willie
can rake.
He can
Willie
bang.
can absolutely rake. Willie can bang.
Good for Willie. I don't know about the leadoff spot. I don't know about playing the outfield, but we need his lineup his bat in the lineup.
He's a
until
waddler.
everyone's
He's
back.
a waddler out there. He waddles around.
5'5", 250, man. That's what you do.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go with the layup here. I'm gonna just go Randy. I think I already talked about him, but he was really attacking the hitters. He was throwing his sweeper for strikes or throwing it just off the plate. He was locating his fastball like up and in, change up down, cutter. Like he was really up there. So good for him. I want to see him again. But yeah, Randy Vasquez, baby. You see that little Domingo Germán was picking through his hair, like ruffling his thing. Like I like that. I like that kind of stuff. Like he kind of feels like one of the guys. So
Yeah,
I like that.
Domingo. I didn't know Domingo was that kind of guy. Willie
Yeah.
Calhoun, last 10 games, 308 batting average, 870 OPS. Let's keep that going.
Yes, sir. All right.
This season stats looking nice. 244.
So you want to go
719.
first with Rotten Egg?
You could go first. You've been itching to go Rizzo.
No, but I went Rizzo
People know.
last week too.
So he deserves it. Oh, is your round egg not Rizzo?
Can I do like a Torres through Rizzo Rotten Egg?
Torres through Rizzo?
No, that defeats
Keep-
the purpose.
Yeah.
Because if the whole carton of eggs is rotten, then you just call it rotten carton.
Yeah. It's
Rotten carton of
it's
eggs.
a rotten egg.
I'm just talking about the whole lineup being bad.
Yeah.
So that's kind of I'm gonna go with Anthony Volpe.
Okay.
As much as I want to give it to Rizzo, I gave it to him last time. I'm just gonna say the same thing about Rizzo. Like, dude, pick it the fuck up. Like,
Great approach at the plate.
you are the second best player on this team. Stats say so. Like, Judge is gonna be out for the next month. You have to freaking pick it up. There's no excuses now. Team needs you more than ever. You historically hit. Oh yeah, I kind of just oops. But let me just get to both. You historically hit better at Yankee Stadium, so like let's see it. Like what is he now? Like 1 for his last 20 or something. So and his one hit was like a blooper in the last series. So yeah, I'm pretty upset with Rizzo, man. You suck right now. You fully suck. So please, what is he?
He did get that bloop hit. He's 0 for his last 9, 12, 15.
0 for his last 15. So really bad. And you don't have the Aaron Judge threat in the lineup. Who are you? If you have a good starting pitcher, who are they scared of in this lineup? Like, please tell me. Maybe Giancarlo Stanton right now, but he's not really right. Like, who are you scared of? Be a threat, Rizzo.
Rizzo, since the start of June, he's 1 for 23. That one being a bloop single. 0.44 batting average, 2 walks.
Yeah, and that's not like him. Like, not walking, and also he's not choking up on the bat. He's not getting in there. He did have a good at bat in the last day, but ended with like a weak pop up to third. Like, I haven't seen him square one up. It feels like in a month.
His batting average before that was 304. It is now at 278.
That is bad. But Anthony Volpe, I don't know, man. I don't think he had a single well put together at bat in this series. He looks absolutely lost. I already said this once. I'll say it again. If there's any pitcher who's slightly funky, who's not just like MLB The Show, Joe Random created pitcher, like if there's any guy who's a different arm slot, throws some pitch slightly funky like a splitter or like has a higher leg kick than normal, like Volpe just won't hit it. Like he just will not hit it. And he just tries to pull everything. Like I know he's in the cage every day working, so it's like, how have you not slightly tried to apply letting the ball get deeper in the zone yet? Like, how have you not tried that? So I'm getting a little frustrated with Volpe by now because it's like, it's adjustment time, buddy. Like, it's really adjustment time here. So,
yeah,
like, let's fucking go. And I don't want to see like one home run a series. I want to see like 2-3 hits and a couple walks, get on base. Your best ability, the biggest way you can help the Yankees right now is to go get on base and steal bags. That is the number one way to help this team. So if you're not doing that, what are you good for? They can call Peraza, who play just as good, if not better, shortstop defense than you, hit just as many home runs, and like, what is your value then if you're not getting on base?
Yeah, last 21 games. You want to guess how many hits he has in 66 at bats?
4.
8.
Damn. That's so
Powers there, 3 homers, 9 RBIs,
Jesus.
121 batting average.
Jesus Christ.
Another quiz. Guess what his high watermark for batting average was this season besides his first 2 games, which was
240.
230.
Yeah.
Was as high as he's ever gotten. He's back down to 188.
It's bad.
I don't know how much. Well,
you think he gets sent down in the next month?
I just want to know like where that line is. Like if he's hitting 130 at the end of July, like where's the line where he gets, sent down? Like at a certain point, it doesn't it's not doing him any good. You're not he's not growing as a player if he's literally just up there swinging and not hitting the ball. So
You're just ruining his own self confidence at
it's not development at
I
the major league level.
honestly give him another couple weeks. If he's still hitting this bad, then I think it's in the best. Like I love Anthony Volpe. I want him to succeed, but it's like it's not good for a 22-year-old player to strike out four times a game and get one or no hits a series. Like what are you like?
Yeah.
They just pitch him outside? They just fastball sliders outside, and he just cannot hit it. So yeah,
Yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say, but yeah. Okay, my rotten egg is your guy, DJ LeMahieu. Since the start of the season, since last year, I've given him the benefit of the doubt. I've given him a very long leash, maybe longer than anyone I've ever given a leash to on the Yankees. I always said it always comes
Gary
down.
Sanchez.
He's still great and he's still raking. We should never let him go. DJ LeMahieu was the guy I always said, you know what, he's struggling, but he'll turn it around because he's a bat to ball guy. He'll shoot the ball everywhere, all over the field. He's just going through some toe stuff or whatever. But right now, he's supposedly fully healthy, and this man looks absolutely lost at the plate. And I don't know what it is. Like a professional hitter like him, a veteran hitter who's been in the league for over 10 years, who's won 2 batting titles, you can't just lose your talent like that. Like I'm so confused and baffled at what's going on with DJ LeMahieu right now. His batting average is down to 230, which like he I don't know, like 230 is never in DJ LeMahieu's cards. His power is not there. Since I like my stats now, May 11th he was at 277. Since then, his stats are looking like, give me 1 second, 78 at bats and 14 hits. That's 180 batting average. That's almost a month of baseball of DJ hitting 180 with absolutely no power. He's striking out a shit ton. I got those numbers too. Look at this. This will shock you. 27.3 K percentage this year compared to 13.1 last year. That's double.
Largest increase, I think, Statcast era.
That's a double in strikeout percentage.
Wasn't this the thing of him last year or the year before that when it was like he went from hitting 320 to hitting 250 and it was like the biggest drop in Statcast era history? It's the same thing.
And like look back,
he's really pissing me off too.
2020 when he was damn near an MVP, his K percentage was 9.7, top 1% of the league. Now it's 27.3. That's Joey Gallo numbers. I don't think Joey Gallo's even up there. Joey Gallo is a 20 to 25% K percentage. So DJ LeMahieu, it also aligns with the eye test. He's not everything away fastball. He looks like he's trying to pull it. I wouldn't say his problems are the same as Volpe's, but their at bats are looking really similar. And he's just not shooting the ball the other way like he used to. I don't think it's a bat speed issue because his power numbers are still aligned with his career averages. I just don't know what it is. Is he like if he's hurt, then he's got to come out and say it because 234 and 687 with no power. I would rather have Donaldson or even IKF at the plate than DJ right now. And I think his leash is done, man. He doesn't deserve a starting position every single day now. It's not guaranteed anymore for me.
I think this all got to his head. If you look back, Yankees signed him saying you're the second baseman, New York Yankees. Guy has 2 MVP seasons, and baseball's such a mental game. You start to think, okay, that's my job, locked up. I'm an MVP candidate every year. I play Gold Glove second base. And I think it's kind of getting into his head. He kind of has a bench role for the last year and a half, where it's like he's playing mainly third, some second, some first. Like I don't think DJ likes that utility role, but he will never admit that. He's too much of a competitor and too much of a team player to say I don't like that. And I am a massive DJ LeMahieu fan. When he's right, he is my favorite player to watch. Honestly, him or Aaron Judge. DJ just had that raw ability to be late on fastballs and just drive line drives to right field all the time. Doubles, down the line, anything. So I think it's kind of got to him the new role. which is like, okay, you're getting older now, and now you're kind of a utility guy. Now you're batting fifth, like he bat lead off his entire life. Now you're batting fifth, sixth. Like I think that's a little in his head. Um, because yeah, like I don't know. Maybe it's like the hitting lower in the lineup in RBI spots that's making him like want to be more of a power guy. But I don't know. We need singles from him, and I agree. 239 is not acceptable at all. So I'm very upset with DJ because he is one of the guys in this lineup that's expected to step up, especially in Judge's absence. Torres, Rizzo, Stanton, LeMahieu. Those are the guys that are the core of your team, basically, without Judge. So it's very disheartening to see DJ have these terrible at bats day in and day out.
Do you still have faith that he turns it around?
I really don't know. I would last year I would have said 100% yes. I would have said this is an outlier, but now we're kind of looking at a larger sample size of DJ batting under like 250 for a long time now. So,
Yeah.
and if he is injured, then this is like the fourth injury in 3 years. So that's I don't even know. Pick your poison.
Yeah, on base percentage under 300. I'm going to correct myself. I talked about Joey Gallo being in the same range. Joey Gallo was a little bit higher.
You think so? He's
Yeah,
in the 30s.
he's
Got to
in
be
the
in the
30s.
30s.
But someone he was similar to in K percentage is Josh Donaldson from last year, 27.1. So he's outdoing Josh from last year with less power than Josh last year. So I don't know. And he's hitting like 130 against lefties, which is so odd to me because DJ in the past has absolutely destroyed lefties. Yeah. So I don't know, man. And he's 34. Like this isn't a great time. Like
This should be his prime still.
yeah, a hitter like him. Like this is why we gave him a 6-year contract, 18 million a year. I
Yeah.
don't know, man. I think people need to start talking about DJ a little more. I guess they will too.
Well, it's because he's been so he's been MVP for potential MVP candidate for like 3 years. So I understand, but yeah, it's even getting to me, who is a massive DJ LeMahieu fan. Gotta step it up. Gotta step it up. It's pretty unacceptable the way he's hitting.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, and also, last note, I was surprised that I thought like DJ or Volpe might get the leadoff spot in Judge's absence, try to stack the top, but it's telling that Willie Calhoun got that spot
Yeah.
over DJ.
Maybe put him up there. Maybe put DJ up there. Maybe that sparks something again. I don't know.
Might as well. I mean, can't
But
get any worse.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's IKF leadoff at some point. To be honest with you,
Sure.
why not? Fuck it. Maybe
Why not?
McKinney,
McKinney, hustle.
Higashioka, dude, put him there.
Okay,
He's been
that's where
hot.
I draw the line. Hey, Geek. All right, you talked about the Red Sox. Get me started with the Red Sox.
Yeah. So I mean,
Oh wait, fuck, brownie points.
we don't need to do brownie points. It's fine.
I'm gonna give a whole grade for the whole series. We're gonna shorten this section. I'm gonna give a D plus.
Yeah, I think I can't even know. I think I'm around D plus as well. I really don't even want to think about this series anymore. So let's move on to the Red Sox. Rivalry week, although both teams kind of not too good anymore. So it's like, yeah, I mean, it'll still be fun, and I still hate the fucking Red Sox with a burning passion. But at the same time, Red Sox aren't that good. Under 500 team. Yankees don't have Aaron Judge. They've been struggling. So I don't know. I think honestly a Blue Jays series it would be way more intense right now this year, or a Rays series, or an Astros series. Like there's like a list. Like Red Sox may be fourth or fifth.
Mets.
Yeah, Mets exactly. So yeah, I'm excited to watch Yankees Red Sox. I always am. They always hype it up. But they posted all these graphics of like Yankees versus Red Sox. Like it's like Aaron Judge, Nestor, like all these guys, and none of them are playing, which is just absolutely hilarious. I screamed at my TV yesterday when my dad was like, "What are you screaming about?" And I was like, because like they posted a graphic of the Red Sox series. I'm like, none of those guys are on the field tomorrow. Like, why are they showing us that? But yeah, I mean, I'm excited, but I don't know, excited to see Bale.
First time in my lifetime that we are playing the Red Sox for the first time this year, or in a single season, in June, first week of June. So I'm excited too, but both teams are fighting for No, they're both teams are closer to being 4 and 5 in the division than 1 and 2, so that takes a little bit out of it. Nestor did have some quotes earlier about the Red Sox not being the old Red Sox. You can make an argument that the Yankees aren't the old Yankees, especially now. But this is another series that the Yankees need to win, especially coming off a series loss against the other Sox.
It's a lot of Sox.
It's a lot of Sox going on. The Yankees, they play the Red Sox this weekend, then the next weekend. Yankees need to start winning series. It's not Judge being hurt is not an excuse for the Yankees to absolutely flounder and just die and put the season to rest. If they can play a little over 500, maybe around 500, they can survive this stretch. Then Judge can rejoin them at a perfect time. But who knows? Anything you're watching for in specific? A little Devers Cole.
Yeah, I mean Devers is most likely going to clip Cole.
I'm excited to see Yoshida.
Yeah. I mean,
He's
Red
on
Sox do
fire.
have some guys who you want to see.
And they always get up and play against the Yankees.
It's always the Red Sox are always gonna play better than the back of their baseball card because it's against the Yankees. So yeah, I'm excited to see Cole kind of coming off of. Actually, no, he came off a pretty good start, right? Yeah.
He
Cole
got
had a pretty
6
good
innings.
start. Yeah. But the cramping. So we'll see how that plays out.
Maybe we get a banana
My
eating
thing
clip.
is Anthony Rizzo. I want you to go deep. You just or hit a double. Do something
Okay.
clutch. That's been the ask for the last 2 weeks for Rizzo.
All right, my ask
Stan's
is
gonna go deep though. Jake
Yeah.
Bauer. We didn't even talk about Jake Bowers, man. He's been so good.
the others, the quote unquote others have for the Yankees have been so good so good in this stretch.
Yeah.
We did a lot of shit talking on the main guys, but yeah, Calhoun, McKinney, Higgy,
He's been great.
Bowers, these guys are carrying the team right
Calhoun?
now. Calhoun,
We
yeah,
did
Willie,
talk about Calhoun.
yeah,
But yeah, let's go.
IKF, yeah.
Yeah.
My what to watch for, and it's a pleading ask for me, is that DJ LeMahieu picks up at least one single the opposite way or up the middle. Just one, DJ. That used to be your bread and butter. That you used to be able to do that, getting out of bed, barely up in the morning, be able to do that. But now it's an ask for you, which you should feel disrespected, DJ.
Yeah, slap on the other way. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Preferably an outside pitch.
Preferably.
I don't want to see a jam shot.
Yeah.
Inside out. But yeah, that's about it. Any last words?
No, I mean, I think we covered it all. Covered
right.
a lot today.
Covered a lot today. Got everything out of us. And now we're going to go take it out on a nice, beautiful golf course.
That's right.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for listening. We'll be back we'll be back this weekend after the Red Sox series, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.